Coming into this one, the Explorers broke a 7-game losing streak on Saturday with that win over St. Joe's. You mentioned the pregame show, but how important was that win for Ash Howard and the guys?
Yeah, very much so. I think just building the confidence as you go throughout the rest of the year. They had some tough luck in games and had a chance in a lot of the games to win the game, but Saturday to come through like that here at home was very important for them.
Ed Croswell and the Explorers in their home Under Armour whites win the tip. Crisp ball movement to start things off against the Spiders in their road reds. Croswell denied inside by Golden, so back to the perimeter. Now Beatty tries to drive, nothing there, so skip pass to the top. Dees gets his man flying, dribbles to the foul line, takes the jumper, and it rattles in and out. But an offensive rebound, who else but Ed Croswell, right back up and in.
Terrific rebound by Croswell, as he's done many times already. Good shot fake by Dees to get himself in the lane.
It's not just the defensive glass where Croswell gets it done. He makes a lot of his statistical work count down in the offensive glass. Now Richmond's first look, screen and roll. KO's going to keep it and throw it down with authority over Croswell.
Pretty athletic move. Just, if you're LaSalle, you're saying we got to keep these guys in front of us. That dribble penetration will kill you.
Is that too apprehensive on the screen and roll, cheating off to
Yeah,
Golden?
I just think it's just not understanding that his right hand is that strong, and you got to keep him in front of you, especially when you get inside that three. Give up that long two.
So, 2 paint buckets to start the game. Now Croswell draws foul number 1 off Golden. Trying to go baseline with the left-handed dribble.
Number 33, Grant Golden. That is his first personal foul.
Croswell, it's amazing that the steps that he has taken to be the kind of player he's now become. He's absolutely a force in there.
Golden at 15 points in their first encounter at Robins Center. Here's Peary, gives it up to Croswell, and he answers the favor with a dunk.
Very good play, great bounce pass for a score.
So a 4-2 Explorer lead. Things have started off significantly better than they did down in Richmond.
To be expected, away from home, especially down in Richmond, the way they were playing was great start by Richmond the last time.
Peary gets a steal. This leads to a break. Spurs aren't quite balanced, so Spencer will take a 3 off the dribble, rattles it in and out. KO gets the rebound.
He set himself up with a great shot fake there. He probably could have penetrated even more and had an easier shot.
Francis pulls up from the elbow, and that's as easy as it gets. Tied at 4.
And that's what you want to try to avoid if you're LaSalle, just giving up that easy basket in transition, really because of the shot selection.
The Explorers get the turnover, but they don't get the points out of it. Instead, Richmond counterpunches. And now a miscommunication. Croswell throws it out of bounds as Beatty was down picking.
Got to be more careful if you're Croswell on that. Just make sure your guys standing there and watch what the set is all about.
The Explorers turning it over once. Richmond once. Golden. Now the near side for Sherrod. Sherrod rotates it back. KO mishandles it again. Now he drives on Dees.
Pretty good defense by Dees in there, just keeping him out of the lane.
Sherrod. Spencer bodies up on him. Goes to Golden at the top. Golden hesitant with 3 on the shot clock. Back pick. Layup. Good. Back screen, I should say, for Gilliard.
Great cut to the rim. Great pass by Golden. Got to keep your defensive discipline if you're David Beatty.
So 4 straight for the Spiders, who lead at 6-4. 3 minutes in. Croswell and Dees. Now Peary for 3 near side. In and out. Long rebound all the way to the top, and a collision at midcourt. And that foul is going to be called on the Explorer Spencer. How do you determine whose ball that was?
Well, it's interesting. It's almost determined by how far you come. If you've come a further distance, then you're the guy that committed the foul. I think that's how the official might look at that. But Spencer just, for the most part, he looked like he was thinking about going to get that loose ball and delayed just for a second, and it cost him a foul.
Solomon Caracci in the lineup for the Spiders. Francis in traffic, gets it back outside of Caracci. Baseline take. KO finds himself inside, double pump, trying to pass it at close quarters, couldn't, but an athletic save by Caracci keeps it Richmond ball with 6 on the shot clock.
Still pretty good dribble penetration by the Richmond guys, so they're trying to score it down deep, and they had a pretty good opportunity to score it right there.
So the Explorers had him down to 2 on the shot clock on the last possession. Then here down to 5, but a 3-pointer from the perimeter by Nick Sherrod makes it a 7-0 run.
You can't be surprised by that pass being completed, and the easy shot for Sherrod right there.
9-4, Spiders on top. Peary into Croswell. One-on-one on the low post. Uses one dribble, now in trouble, gets it knocked away. Chase to the sideline. Now skips it to the top. Peary. Beatty takes the three near side. Pow!
There's a three-point basket scored by number 1.
Almost broke down, but Croswell stayed poised.
Pretty good shot by Beatty on that play.
Here's a dish off, and Dees with a behind-the-back save. And this one goes off Richmond. Dangerous save there. But we go to our first scheduled break of the night. 15:47 to play here in Philadelphia. It's Richmond 9.
Going to save it too, so your teammate can go and get it from that corner. So save it to the closest corner is always the terminology we try to use.
Sharif Kenny checks into the lineup for the Explorers, and Richmond answers with some pressure. The Explorers break it, get it to Croswell on the baseline. Won't do anything with it there. Gustafson into the game for the Spider. Excuse me, this is Matt Grace. Here's a drive by Kenny. Contact, nothing there. Shot short as Kenny hits the deck.
Pretty good play by Kenny. Just needed a little more poise when he came to a jump stop there.
Sherrod feeds KO. One-on-one with Dees underneath. Double pump. Hook shot off the glass and in.
Very nice play by KO. Very nice play. Very poised.
KO now with 4 points, had a monster dunk for Richmond's first score of the game. And now Peary with a handoff to Kenny. 11-7, Spiders on top. Just under 15 to play. They feed Croswell. Croswell back to the top. Peary for three. And he drains another one.
Shot there. Big shot. But you'd like to see those big guys too. I thought Croswell did a good job of kicking the ball up top. Now's the time to repost down there. Don't stand. After you kick it out, repost again. The defense is not ready for you to do that.
11-10, Richmond on top. Francis, the other elbow this time. Right off the dribble, nothing but net.
Yeah, very good play. Very confident shooter, Francis.
So Blake Francis did not play when these teams met up the first time. Here's Croswell in traffic, kicks it back out to Spencer for three. He drains another one.
Good shot by Spencer. Real good pass again by Croswell. Croswell's going over to set the screen and then slipping the screen. It's giving them penetration on the pass right away and allowing them to throw out of there for an easy shot.
Here's KO. KO with another layup. Too easy on the drive.
Yeah, you got to keep that guy in front of you. And you know he's going to his right. You got to keep him in front.
KO averages 8.8 points a game, has 6 already. Kenny, Spurs have made 3 of their last 3 from beyond the arc. Now Kenny's going to step back and dribble it off his own foot and out of bounds. Freshman tandem Brandon Stone and Christian Ray will come in for Isaiah Dees and Ed Croswell, where Andre Gustafson checks in for the Spiders, as does Tyler Burton. Burton had a solid game back in Richmond in their first meeting. Francis trying to go baseline, denied. Grace on the perimeter. Gustafson, top of the key. Back to Gilliard in the corner. Three-pointer for Burton won't go. Ray with the box out allows Spencer to get the loose ball.
Very good check out by Christian Ray.
Now Peary, foul line extended far side. Spencer to Ray. Crisp ball movement around the top of the key for the Explorers. Kenny to Ray. Double team. Dribbles out of it to the top. Kenny for three. And that one's going to be short. Rebound Matt Grace.
Kenny had an open Spencer to his right. Spencer just made one. Give him the ball back again. See what he can do with it.
Gilliard. Now Burton. Under 13 to play. Richmond up by 2. Francis gets a handoff. Looks to penetrate. Trapped underneath. But nope. Finds room. Reverse layup won't go. Tip in won't go. All the way to the sidelines where Spencer corrals it. And shovels it to Peary. Stone sets a screen for Peary. Rolls it back to Spencer. Pump fake. Jump stops. Foul line. Shot blocked by Grace, I believe. And then here comes Francis. Kicks it off to the corner. Gilliard for three. That barely draws iron, but the long rebound stays in Richmond's possession. Burton steps up and under. Off the rim, no good. Stone with a rebound for the Explorers.
Good defense by LaSalle on that last inside play. Spencer, when he drove the ball in the middle of the lane, probably needed a jump stop and then just evaluate. There's no hurry out there. Nice pass.
Ray to Stone. Stone tries to get Grace in position. Shot off the back of the rim, and Would not go.
He'll make that the next time he shoots it.
As torrid as the scoring pace was early on, now both teams are pushing 2 minutes without a point. Near steal by Spencer, but it gets back to Gustafson in the corner for three, rattles in and out. Stone gets the board off that miss. Now 2:29 scoreless for the Explorers, 2:13 for the Spiders. 11.5 to play, first half, of 15-13 Richmond lead. Stone in the corner, wide open for three. Can't get it to go. Gustafson with a rebound. Outlet pass to Francis. Francis looking to penetrate into double team, and Christian Ray gets whistled for his first foul. And we go to break with 11:21 to play in the first half. It's Richmond 15, LaSalle 13.
Keep people in front of them in that transition.
Richmond 7 for 13 from the field, 1 for 4 from beyond the arc. The Explorers, so that's 54% and 25%. The Explorers 5 for 13 from the field, 38%. They've made 3 of 7 from beyond the arc. All 3 of them came in a bunch, and then they've missed 2 since then. Grant Golden back in the line. And Jared Kimbrough sees his first action in about 2.5 weeks. In the corner, three-pointer by Gilliard won't go. Kenny gets the rebound for the Explorers. They push it ahead to Beatty. Beatty hesitates. Now looks to go baseline on Grace. Nothing there. Back to the top for Kenny. Screen set up by Kimbrough. Kenny tries to find him. Nothing there. So on the perimeter, Croswell, 2 bigs. Croswell and Kenny, or excuse me, Kimbrough on the floor for the Explorers. Croswell for the dunk, but the shot is blocked. Clean block there by Tyler Burton.
Real good move by Croswell there, but just need to be more patient there. The shot fake would have done him a great deal of good there.
Gustafson's three-pointer in the corner is a miss. And Jake Wojcik is checked into the game for the first time for Chris Mooney's squad. So now the teams have gone 3 minutes and 43 seconds for the Explorers and 3:27 for the Spiders without a point. Bounce pass to Croswell in traffic. Back out. Beatty thinks 3, jab steps. Now feeds Croswell again. He already has 1 foul drawn on Golden. Goes to work again. Steps up and under, and he traveled.
Again, initially when Croswell pushed the ball back out again, if you sit down there and really repost, you've got a chance to be even deeper, and now your move's a little bit different down there.
Sherrod and KO check back into the lineup, replacing Burton and Gustafson for the Spiders. Still 15-13. 10-17 to play here in the first half. Full court pressure led by Jared Kimbrough, who now retreats. No, sets up a trap at midcourt. Gilliard. Golden at the top of the key. Now Gilliard beyond the arc. Around the horn they go. Far side Sherrod. Golden back to Sherrod. Sherrod picks up the dribble. Wojcik. 5 on the shot clock. Gilliard's going to drive. Dish it off to Golden. Elbow jumper for him. Up and in with 1 on the shot clock.
Again, very good penetration by Gilliard. Made a great pass right there to Golden. Golden knocked it out.
That ends a 3 minute and 48 second scoreless drought for the Spiders. Explorers over 4 minutes now. 3 times now Richmond's been poised with less than 3 seconds on the shot clock and gotten points out of it. Beatty, pull-up jumper on the foul line. Just wouldn't go down. Golden gets the rebound off the miss.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that's the best shot you can get during that possession.
That was one of your keys of the game early on with shot selection. Golden forces the issue on Kimbrough and gets it to go. And just like that, the Spiders have a 4-0 run to lead at 19-13.
Great read of the defense by Golden there. Knew he could take Kimbrough off his right side there. And terrific finish at the rim.
Beatty gets a high screen from Croswell, stays on the perimeter. Kimbrough trying to post up, but Gray's going to drive, kick it back to the perimeter. Kenny has to get an ankle pass. And then here's an errant pass by Kenny. Turned over. Wojcik fakes 3, takes 3, and makes the 3. Ken Ashauer calls for timeout.
Big stretch by Richmond.
7-0 run for the Spiders out of the media timeout.
Easy 3-point basket down at the other end. So.
And you mentioned.
And again, the momentum of the game. Richmond has the momentum now, and LaSalle has to try to end that streak.
You mentioned shot selection. Is David Beatty probably just pressing too much because the Explorers not scoring in 4 minutes?
Occasionally. That's probably one of the things he's trying to do it by himself sometimes. But David's a good player. He'll figure it out.
Scores now 5:33 without a bucket. They go into Croswell, 1-on-1 with Golden. Last time Croswell traveled in this setup. Inside out, he throws it into the Richmond bench. Third turnover for Croswell. Golden definitely got the better of that matchup in Richmond, and you wonder if Eddie's just trying to assert himself a little bit too much here.
Just trying to do too much. Most kids get themselves in trouble with that. Let the game come to you.
KO turns it over. Easy cough up into the hands of Shaggy D's. Turnover number 3 for the Spiders. Or is in one of their Scoring funks. Beatty to the top.
Good
now
extra, good shot.
Spencer for three. Pow!
There's a three-point basket scored by
Scott
number
Spencer
2,
connects for his second triple, and that ends a scoring drought of 5.5 minutes.
Oftentimes with the analytics of the game, the ball reversal really results in better shots, and better shots result in better percentage of shots as well.
Golden.
Good defense by Dees there.
Wojcik, Golden on the baseline, thinks about the mid-range jumper. Instead, he's going to try to work on Croswell. They try to get him to go to the left. Steps up and under again. Shot no good, and then rebound, unfortunately, right into the hands of the Spiders. KO, and his shot won't go. Finally, Croswell gets the board. Here he motors across midcourt. Dees in the corner, draws a double team. Back to the top for Spencer. They feed Croswell, and it's knocked away.
Not a good angle to make that pass from. Probably much better served if he'd gone to the corner with the pass.
And there's a travel. Gilliard was losing his balance on, Francis was losing his balance on the way in, and he turned.
Yeah, the three by Spencer in the corner is as a result of just limiting where the defense is. So they had 2-on-1 in the corner. Great shot by Spencer. It was a good shot. So the floor balance was great. So even if he doesn't make it, they're going to be okay on the other end of the floor. Then by the same token, they tried to force feed a post entry pass, and it just wasn't there. And you got to make the extra pass to the wing, would have been open. A little bit of pressure by Richmond there, and just to change the look.
Spurs with 6 turnovers. Richmond with 4. But Croswell has 3 of those turnovers. Here comes Beatty. Gets a lane to the bucket, but his layup is too strong. Gustafson got the rebound off that miss.
A very good penetration, good shot selection.
KO inside out.
Finish it.
Wojcik for 3. That won't go. Spencer got the board. The Explorers now shooting 4 for 8 from the arc. Croswell going baseline on Grace. Grace can't stop him.
Very good poise. Just so much more under control on that take to the basket.
Croswell with 6.
It's a hard play to defend.
So now Gustafson to Grace. How do you know how much contact they're going to let you? Because there was a lot of bumping going on there.
Yeah, it's just you figure it out as the game goes on, and so they're letting them play a little bit down there, and maybe toward the latter part of the game it may change. So you got to make your own adjustment.
Francis fades away and misses a jumper. So the Explorers trying to get to within a bucket here. Shaggy Dees maybe bailed out on that one. His layup attempt hit the side of the backboard, but he was fouled on the play by Andre Gustafson.
Yeah, if you're Coach Mooney, you're gonna say that what's the chances of him making that? What are the chances of making that shot? And you do bail him out a little bit.
And this is the first free throw attempt of the game for either squad, and it's become a real problem area for the Explorers. Just 66% of the season. Dees is almost down 9% from the stripe, and as I say that, he bangs the first free throw off the heel of the rim. The Explorers, Rich Prendergast, my other partner, and I did the math. The Explorers, if they made 6 more free throws, just 6 over a 4-game span, could have 4 more wins. But the free throw shooting's been under 60% a bunch of times in tight games as Dees makes the second one.
I think as we talked about the last time, that you work so hard on that aspect of the game, and sometimes you overwork it. So other times you say get at it, or don't be shooting. Just we'll take our chances when we get to the game. But so you talk about it a lot, doesn't mean anything unless these guys come through for you.
So they get 1 out of 2 from the stripe. Now Richard trying to answer. Golden has his attempted high-low pass volleyballed into the stands.
If he had went with a bounce pass, he probably would have had him wide open in there.
We 13 on the shot clock, 5:36 to play, with the Explorers trailing Richmond 22-19 here at Tom Gola Arena. Gilliard with a handoff to Francis. Francis looking to drive. Great no-look pass. The Golden lets Croswell get by and lays it in easily.
Very good play by Francis. Really saw the floor very, very well and made a great pass.
How about the mustard on that pass?
Good play.
24-19, the Richmond advantage. Dees feeds Croswell. 1-on-1 with Golden. To the baseline he goes, and he goes to the rack, and he finishes with the left hand.
Nice play again. Great poise by Croswell.
Croswell with 8 points now. Golden is countered with 6 on the offensive end for the Spiders. 24-21, Richmond on top. Golden has his attempted pass knocked away, but it goes into the corner where Sherrod's 3 won't go, but he gets it back on the perimeter. Long rebound, and now KO finds himself alone, dishes it off to Golden, and he misses an easy layup. Batted around underneath. Spencer settles it down for the Explorers. Peary bounced past the D's. D's had Croswell momentarily, but instead on the perimeter. Now Spencer, baseline pull-up jumper, too strong. Croswell tips it to the perimeter, but it's chased down there by Francis. Francis through the paint, his runner, no good. Rebound Spencer. Spencer tries to create numbers, but it's not there, so he slows it up.
Good choice.
Beatty for three.
Yeah, just not a good shot selection right there.
Almost wedged
you have
it.
the momentum there, and you want to take that ball to the rim and get a much easier shot than that.
Richmond now 1 for their last 8. Gilliard to the top for Golden. Under 4 to play. Francis gets fouled from beyond the arc by Scott Spencer, and with 3:52 to play, we'll take a break. Blake Francis fouled beyond the arc by Scott Spencer just before the break. The Explorers had drawn to within 3, and then a quick three-pointer led to Richmond coming down on the other side with 3 shots.
Yeah, could have been a better shot selection for David there, and then you can't foul that three-point shooter. You got to close out a little bit differently than LaSalle did right there.
Francis is an 83% shooter, and he gets the roll on that one. And gets his second, just like that. The Explorers get it down to a field goal, and the Spiders have an answer. Their leading scorer. Tallying now 9 points after he makes all 3. Christian Ray, Jared Kimbrough back in the lineup for the Explorers. Kimbrough had missed 5 games with the concussion. Saul Peary trapped in the backcourt.
Good poise, nice throw out. Again, the pressure by Richmond just to change the look.
Ray to the baseline, nothing there.
If Ray had swung the ball to the other side of the floor, I think they'd have gotten a much better opportunity to score.
Dees, crossover dribble, picks up the dribble, now finds Ray on the perimeter. To the low post for Kimbrough, works on Golden, passes it to the top, and it's deflected out of bounds by Tyler Burton, who has returned to the lineup.
If Burton's in that position to try to get a hand on that, there's probably a way to cut to the rim to take advantage, because his eyes were away from the defender there, and as soon as you turn that head, that's when you want to get that cut to the rim.
7 on the shot clock when the Explorers inbound near midcourt. Dees aware that, goes right to the bucket, but loses the handle and turns it over, but then he fouls Burton, falling out of bounds. So Explorers not only don't get a shot off, they end up committing their 4th team foul.
Pretty good penetration by Dees. Just come to a jump stop and evaluate. There's no hurry.
Turnover number 7 for the Explorers. Sharif Kenny, the freshman point guard that got this, actually did not get the start, but came in relief, had 2 of those turnovers. Croswell with 3 of them. Kimbrough guarding Golden. Double team comes through, but Golden avoids David Beatty's swipe from behind. Now Golden again underneath. Beatty flashes to him. Baseline take. Blocked from behind, right in the hands of Sherrod, and unfortunately, Christian Ray called for the foul. Explorers did everything right there.
Well, the rotations were terrific, and then Christian just lost his guy at the end there. But the rotations early were terrific. David Beatty but got them a little bit out of sorts, but the ending of that play didn't work for LaSalle defensively. Good play by Sherrod there, making the cut.
Sherrod's an 80% shooter and gets the roll on this one. Back off the bench comes Suleiman Karesi.
Replaces number 33, Grant Golden.
28-21, the Richmond lead.
Pretty deep team, Richmond.
And the second one's a make as well. So Explorers right there, but instead of getting a defensive stop, surrendered 2 more points from the stripe. The Spiders are now 5 for 5. Dees feeds Kimbrough. Kimbrough backs his man in the paint. Hook shot off the back of the iron.
Can't complain about that shot, though. I thought he put himself in very good position. I don't know if anybody was open on the wing, but a good enough shot down inside, just didn't go.
Burton, top of the key. Karesi guarded by Kimbrough. Now Sherrod. Francis surveys Beatty, now penetrates. Switch off, Dees has him, and there's a travel on the far sideline by Karesi. Ed Croswell and Sharif Kenny check back in for Christian Ray and Saul Peary. Mac Race replaces Suleiman Karesi, and Jacob Gilliard's back in.
Pretty good dish by Francis right there, though. Had open man in the corner, just walk with the basketball, but a very good play by Francis.
And the Explorers in their second extended scoring drought of the half. They went almost 6 minutes earlier, now up to 2:44 without a point. 2:12 to play, and Matt Grace pushes Ed Croswell in position at the mid-post, commits a foul.
Only second team foul on, or the third team foul on Richmond.
8 combined called on both squads.
And that's a point of emphasis for some coaches. Let's not foul needlessly, and obviously Richmond's doing a very good job of that tonight.
Beatty at the top of the key. Into the corner, Kenny for 3 from the baseline, and it's a weak side air ball off the hands of the Spiders, and they cannot save it in. It finally goes out of bounds after Tyler Burton takes a couple bench chairs with him. Sharif Kenny had nothing but air on that one.
Yeah, and again, it's fairly open on the jump shot, but you got to pay attention to where the defense is and how they're attacking you.
At one point, the Explorers were 3 for 4 from beyond the arc. They're now 4 for 10, so they've gone 1 for their last 6. 9 on the shot clock. Oh, they reset the shot clock on that one. I didn't think it hit rim. Now they get it underneath to Croswell. Croswell backs his man in. Shot on the rim, and it wouldn't go. Tries to tip it again, it won't go. And then it's out of bounds. Last touch by the Explorers, who just are not getting rolls right now. Whether it's 50-50 balls that are bouncing back to Richmond or 2 shots lingering on the rim that won't fall.
Richmond again stayed out of foul trouble there. Just got high hands and walled up in there. Did a good job.
Gilliard avoids a double team trouble at back court. Now Burton trying to penetrate. Pulls up with a soft runner. Largest lead of the game for the Spiders, 31-21, 95 seconds left in the half.
Coaching staff is very, very high on Burton and the kind of player that he's going to become. You could just see how he plays the game with a certain special flair to him.
Croswell gets the ball tied up underneath, and the call Sherrod. Actually, that's going to be Matt Grace with his second personal foul, team foul number 4. Croswell got attacked as soon as he got fed the entry pass.
Again, the kick out and the repost is probably the way to go for Croswell.
These will post up in the near corner. Kenny's the inbounder underneath. Explorers scoreless for the last 3:43 now. They get it into Beatty in the corner. Jab steps, thinks. Kenny coming to the top. Gets it between the circles. Croswell screen and roll. Now, Dees mishandles the ball, goes off the official, and it's turnover number 7 for the Explorers.
I'm not so sure I understood that call.
I guess the official's out of bounds, and he's...
I'm not sure he was out of bounds, but I can't say it here from that angle. But
Grant Golden back in for Matt Grace. Saul Peary comes in for Shaggy Dees. Mishandle pass to the corner is actually turnover number 8 for the Explorers. Gilliard. Croswell hedges at the top, now under a minute to play. Francis is going to drive, an easy layup.
Speed and quickness by Francis and Gilliard are hard to defend.
33-21. Richmond now pulling out to the largest lead of the game. Explorers had cut it to 3 before they went into the scoreless funk at 24-21. 38 seconds left of the half. Kenny goes back door. Burton kicks an attempted backdoor cut to Beatty. They'll reset the shot clock to 20 with 35.4 seconds left in the half.
Good back cut, though. The defense told Christian Ray to go on that back cut.
Beatty will inbounds in the near hash mark. Kenny hands it off to Beatty. Top of the key. Croswell gets it stolen away by Golden. Golden down the lane. Layup good. Turnover number 9. Careless turnover at the top of the key, and now Chris Mooney will call a timeout with 22.9 seconds.
Last 20 seconds out with a score, and then first 5 minutes of the second half are going to be key as to where the momentum will be.
And it's easy to identify where the wheels went off for the Explorers at just before the 4-minute media timeout. The Explorers had cut it to 3. David Beatty had a real quick 3-pointer that missed, went long. Richmond came back, got fouled beyond the arc just before the 4-minute media timeout. They converted all 3, and it's been an 11-0 run since then. Now they break the pressure, and Beatty tries to answer, but can't get a 3-pointer to go. So here comes Richmond with their final look, as the Explorers will go the final 6 minutes of the half without a bucket or a point. 7 left in the half. Spiders on an 11-0 run. Francis will pull up at the top of the key for 3 over Christian Ray, and the rebound will come.
Gilliard and Francis, they're good players. They're really good players, and they understand how to play, and they know the Richmond system very well, and you could use every available body, and that speed and quickness is critical.
I should amend my statement. In that 7-game losing streak, all but one game they came back and made a one-possession game, and that one that they weren't unable to do that was at Richmond.
Right.
So back to second half action. A backdoor cut and a layup won't go at Croswell Skies for the rebound. The Explorers get a stop on their first defensive stand. Now trying to play Spencer in motion. Can't get the roll. Croswell can't control the rebound. Now fights for it. They go to the deck, and it's last touched by the Spiders.
Good effort on the offensive glass there. Pretty good shot by Spencer in transition. He's a good jump shooter, and he's got good percentage on his three, so that has to be taken.
Explorers 1 for their last 7 from beyond the arc. They're on trying to end an 11-0 Richmond run. 1-on-1, Croswell on Golden. This has been a matchup all night long, but Croswell turns it over for the 4th time. Couldn't have been any easier for Nathan Kao. Now Golden gets double team help. Kao's alone. Easy layup.
Very good offensive set by Richmond there. They know what they're doing out there. They've got a great plan, great cutting, good passing.
8 points for Kao. He had 6 quick ones, including a monster dunk to open up the scoring, and then was silent until that layup there. Peary off the dribble for 3. That's an air ball. And out of bounds, and the Explorers scoring drought goes to 5:46. Here comes Sharif Kenny replacing Saul Peary, Christian Ray, and Brandon Stone also. So this is what Ashley Howard has done time to time, whether it's overtly the intent or not, but basically saying this is our future. 4 freshmen, Sharif Kenny, Christian Ray, and Brandon Stone out there replacing the seniors Saul Peary and Isaiah Dees. 1 minute and 10 seconds into the second half.
Show a little zone here in this possession.
Golden lets the defenders go by, lays it in, and it's a 15-0 bucket. They have turned it over 10 times, including 1 early here in the second half. Ed Croswell has 4 of those turnovers. And so they turned to 3 freshmen. Sharif Kenny has his attempted pass kicked by Nathan Kao to try to turn the tide. They have not scored and have gone 1 for 10 in that stretch. Spiders 4-0 run on this end of the halftime. 15-0 bridging the gaps, the halves. Ray drives, dishes it to Croswell, who mishandles it and turns it over for the 5th time.
Pretty good play by Ray. Pretty good penetration. Maybe a little softer pass or putting it on the ground may have helped in that situation. But they broke the pressure very well. But again, really just a different look by Richmond.
And they'll credit that turnover to Christian Ray, giving Eddie a break on his line. Gilliard to the elbow for Kao, inside out Sherrod. Now Francis, bounce pass. Francis again, top of the key for 3. In and out, but there's Golden for the offensive rebound. Pump fakes. Gets a shot off the glass despite being blocked. It's a 6-0 run in the half, and 17-0 between 2 halves for the Spiders.
Good poise by Golden down inside. Probably got fouled on that play as well, but finished the play.
12 points, 4 rebounds. 41-21. Just like that, it's fallen apart for the Explorers. They have not scored this half. They had the game within 3 points when it was 24-21. Now Spencer for 3, and still no good. Croswell can't get the rebound, goes right by him. Gilliard pushes it ahead. Kao beats everybody down the floor, gets fouled, and scores the bucket. Things getting ugly for the Explorers now.
Real good looking ahead passing by Richmond Spiders. They do a terrific job. They take advantage of a missed shot like they did, but they're ready to release quickly and get down the floor, and doing a really good job. Again, you can see why they've had such a great start to the season.
Brandon Stone gets called for the foul. It's an and-1 opportunity. Nathan Kao. Spiders missed their first free throw, but right back to Francis, who takes a 3. Stone blocks that shot. Kimbrough is already in box-out mode, and so the Explorers do finally get the loose ball. Here comes Kenny, bounce pass to Ray. Ray's shot is swatted off the backboard, and this leads to a breakaway for Sherrod. Beatty trying to catch up. Kimbrough comes from behind, gets the block, but like it's been the case all night, rebound goes right back into the hands of Francis for the layup.
Obviously, floor balance was an issue there. Just got to be more poised on that break.
45-21. Explorers thought they had a layup. Instead, here's Kenny for 3. Finally, the drought ends after 7 minutes and 50 seconds.
You can't make a deficit all in one play, so just be solid. Don't hang your head. Keep playing.
Golden with a handoff to Gilliard. Back to Golden. Easy layup. Is that prototype Princeton basketball?
It's very typical, but the weak side guys got to be there to help out. They need to step up and help their teammate. You can see that play coming from a mile away there, but they can't not show up for their teammates.
The Richmond run is 23-5. Kenny tries another three and connects for his second three-pointer.
Two big shots.
47-20.
A little bit of life.
Now KO looking to drive on Stone. Kicks it back to Sherrod into the corner. Francis answers with a three. Spiders were just 2 for 11 prior to that make.
Very good ball movement by Richmond on that play. And obviously when you step up and make that shot at the end of the pass, it's a terrific benefit to your team.
Ray's reverse layup, and he's erased again by Golden. Second block shot, and then his pass is not to be handled. Thrown out of bounds for a turnover with 15:43 to play.
It's a little bit of both, but you have a tendency to get frustrated because things aren't going your way. But the next possession is what you have to remember. That's the most important. But there's nothing you can do about the things that went on before that. But you can now start afresh here now. 2 big jumpers by Kenny. It helps LaSalle. You got to just keep working at it. And again, Richmond knows what they're doing. They give a good pressure set there that slows LaSalle down a little bit. That's a good kickback pass. It's good offense right there.
Beatty can't get it to go. Kimbrough tips it out of bounds.
But good offense and just didn't go for them.
The Explorers have scored 6 points in the last 10 minutes going back to the first half. KO out. Burton back in. Spiders trying to win their 3rd consecutive over the Explorers. Last year these teams traded road victories, and then Richmond got the win in their home court on January 23rd of this season. Jacob Gilliard crosses midcourt, met there by Beatty. Matt Grace pivots to Gustafson. Gustafson trying to drive. Spencer won't let him. Now a backdoor cut. Well defended, so they stay in the perimeter for Burton. Burton's going to drive. His layup will not go. Good box out by Saul Peary. Beatty grabs it in the corner. Long cross-court pass to Kenny. He has 2 this half, and that'll be it as Burton gets the rebound off the miss. Scores 6 for 18 from the arc.
Probably have to attack that offensive glass a little bit as well to get some cheap, easy extra possessions for your team.
Burton comes to the near side for Gustafson. Sherrod looking to drive. Kimbrough takes a
spacing. Terrific spacing by the Richmond team. And great driving lanes are opening up because of it.
Sherrod finishes despite Kimbrough's best effort. 7 points for Nick Sherrod. Beatty looking to drive, nothing there. Rolls it back to Spencer. Beatty drives. Layup, block shot again. This time it's Burton. The Explorers just can't get a clean look.
That was a terrific block by Burton right there. It just shows the athleticism that young man has. He's got great length to him as well.
For Burton. Looking like his first block shot of the season. 14th block shot. Back to the top now. Burton to Grace on the elbow. 9 on the shot clock. Hand off to Sherrod. Sherrod drives. Fade away on the foul line, no good. Kimbrough with the rebound. Here comes Peary. Spencer penetrates, spins underneath around Grace off the glass. Shot wouldn't go. Richmond got the rebound. And now stolen by Beatty, and Beatty will throw this dunk down. Make sure that one's not blocked. Just the 7th turnover of the game for the Spiders, 2nd of the half.
Good read by Beatty in transition there. I'm sure Coach Mooney is not happy about that throwaway.
Ball mishandled by Burton. 52-29, the Richmond lead. Sherrod to Grace. Grace gets Peary in the air and an easy layup.
Yeah, and Fury did a good job of rotation, but he left his feet for no reason. Just stay there, wall up, give yourself a chance to get back into play defensively.
54-29, Kenny steps through and gets fouled on the take. Grace had a clean block, but the foul came before the shot went up, I believe. Gustafson gets whistled. They will call Kenny in the act of shooting.
Down the line for your Explorers, number 4, Sharif Kenny, shooting 2.
On 12:26 left here in the second half, and just 2 fouls called between the two squads.
Just with the team that Richmond has on the floor, there are only 11 points for the guys that were on the floor at that point. So all that scoring was taking place on the bench right there. The bench guys have come in and done a very good job, but it's a really well-coached, well-oiled machine at this point by Richmond. They're really they know everybody. They know each other's role, and they're for example, a guy like Gilliard, who's 2 points in the game, I don't think he's very worried about it.
And they go 4 in, 4 out. Substitution there. Wojcik back in. Francis KO. Deep 3 by Wojcik. That one won't go. Kenny gets the rebound for making 2 free throws. He pushes ahead to Ray. Ray looking to penetrate. Kenny to Spencer. Now in the corner is Beatty. Entry pass Croswell. Well played by Golden and knocked out of bounds. Croswell stuck on 8 points. He got 6 of them early, but he's been stifled since.
Yeah, pass fake to the baseline side, and then he would have opened up a passing lane to the middle of the floor had that happened.
54-31. Kenny off the dribble. 3-pointer won't go. There's Christian Ray skying for the rebound, but can't control it. Come out of it with is Wojcik. He pushes it ahead to Golden. Golden catches over Spencer. Golden has to settle down and let his teammates come. KO finds Gustafson driving. He's fouled on the take. Christian Ray in the vicinity. It'll be a 2-shot foul with 12 minutes left here in the second half.
One thing that Kenny shot this jumper down here. If he just takes a little bit.
With 5 minutes left in the first half, and have scored 10 points since, but they've surrendered 30 in that time and trail it by 24 points with 12 minutes to play.
Again, the Richmond team has a great plan in place. They know what they're doing. They have a great understanding of everybody's role.
And
great ball movement, great spacing, hard cutting, which puts the defense behind a man, and a little bit of patience is resulting in some really good scoring opportunities for them.
Gustafson misses a pair, but KO gets an offensive rebound and then loses it out of bounds. I'll say an Explorer touch it last, but that's been happening a lot too. Richmond is just getting to every loose ball, even when they miss shots. The rebound's coming to them, or they're hustling the Explorers into an extra look. So here there's a rare 2 misses from the free throw line, and yet Richmond has a chance to come out of it with points. Golden passes out to Wojcik for 3, in and out, and the Explorers do not give up the point. Croswell with the rebound, his 5th. Into the corner, Ray for 3, high arcing 3, no good. The Explorers now 1 for their last 5 from beyond the arc, 1 for the last 8 from the field. Scoreless, Richmond scoreless for 3:40 now. In traffic, Golden catches, collects, and scores.
Again, on Ray's shot right there, it's not a bad shot, but is that the best shot you can get during the course of that possession? That's always the question when you want to pose to your players.
Golden with hedge, knocks Kenny off the ball, no whistle, and Gustafson has an easy layup. So Lash Howard calls a timeout. This is ranking up there with some of the toughest games. This is a team that doesn't have any seniors on it, and they're coming together right now. And the scary part is they're going to be back next year as a unit. So it's all coming together for Chris Mooney.
Yeah, they're a really good team right now, and LaSalle can learn a lot from this and how they're playing them. And their leadership on the Richmond team is very, very good. Very good.
Relentless on defense. They get another turnover.
Coach Mooney was talking about the leadership of a guy like Golden is so invaluable, and that's what you're looking for from all your team.
Golden catches it in traffic. The Explorers fight each other for the rebound. Eventually Christian Ray gets it and pushes it out to Spencer. Kenny fakes a pass, takes a 3, doesn't go. Long rebound. Here comes Richmond again. Francis drives and kicks it to Wojcik. Now Francis. Golden trying to get position. Ayinde Hakeem has not played in this game. Coach's decision. Scores other 3 freshmen, Stone, Ray, and Kenny out there. Gustafson drives in the paint. A wild shot off the top of the backboard.
Coach Mooney not happy with that one.
Beatty will take a 3. That won't go. Stone can't get the rebound. It's over his head, and Explorers scoreless for the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds. They've had droughts of 6 minutes twice Now Gustafson.
And he makes a much better decision on that one. Again, LaSalle is in that mode where they're trying to get everything back on one basket. It's not going to happen. Just make good decisions. Have a slip screen by Stone right there. It opens up the spacing for your team.
Spencer spins, double pumps, nothing there. Now Ray's going to take it, nothing there. Back out to Spencer for three. He won't get it to go. Wojcik with a rebound, pushes it ahead to KO. KO off the glass and in. 62-31. The Spiders have now doubled up the Explorers.
Two more passes by LaSalle would have resulted in an open jump shot on the other side of the floor. Just the patience issue is what you deal with all the time with young teams.
Long way to go in this one, and the Explorers have long lost sight. Here's another turnover. Midcourt, Francis jumps it. Double pumps. Beatty with a good block shot, but it goes out of bounds.
Every possession's important. Hang in there. Every possession's important.
Tyler Burton, Nick Sherrod, Matt Grace, and Jacob Gilliard check in for the Spiders. Jared Kimbrough, Saul Peary, and Shaggy Dees checks in. Well, Ash Howard trying to say, well, he's run out of players on the bench, deciding not to use Ayanda Hakeem tonight. He's gone the freshman route. It hasn't worked. Now he's got the seniors Peary, Dees back out there. The sophomore Kimbrough and two freshmen Ray and Kenny. Sherrod to Grace. Grace hand off to Gilliard. A rare three-pointer for Gilliard. It's the front of the iron. Ray gets the rebound off the miss. Now Dees. Ray and Peary. Ray's fourth rebound. Into the corner. Peary catches, takes a three, and no good. Long rebound. Ray gets an offensive glass. And Dees finally hits a three-pointer.
And on Peary's shot here, too, if he goes shot fake, he's going to have a Richmond guy go by him, and they'll be playing 5-on-4 basketball, which is what you want to get to. You want the advantage to your team.
First field goal of the game for the Explorers' leading scorer, Shaggy Dees, averaging just 11 points a game. And I think that in itself is part of the Explorers' offensive problems. Sherrod rattles one in and out, a fade away. Dees gets the rebound. Dees can give you 20 or 30 on a night, but nights like tonight, he can just not find his way. Now off the dribble, this one has no chance. Rebound, Wojcik, and then a hard foul in the open court by Dees. Will check out of the game, and with 7:53 to play, it's 62-34 Richmond. Surety, and you know that's just a lesson surely the Explorers have to take from.
Yeah, I mean, and Ashley's building the culture of the kind of team that he wants to have on the court, and he's doing a terrific job with it. They're going to work hard. They'll get back in the gym tomorrow. They will watch a lot of film. They'll break it down in each and every possession. They'll break it down as a team. They'll break it down as an individual, and keep everybody's head in it. Be as positive as you can be. It's a tough situation when you get these kinds of games like this, and as a coach, you're on that side of it. It can't go. It's going way too slow. Can't go fast enough. But they got to keep their heads in the game. Do the best they can. Big shot by Beatty right there.
After the Christian Ray steal.
Win the rest of the game right here is what you would say to your team.
Beatty with 8 points. No one in double figures for the Explorers yet. Of course, Explorers with 37 points after that three-pointer by Dave Beatty. Now Burton hit hard by Beatty. Beatty just going for what he thought was a loose ball. Burton takes the brunt of it, and we'll go on the line for two. Coach, at this point now, I know that the coach speak and the competitor in us all says you never give up, you never quit. But it's pretty obvious the Explorers aren't going to come up with this victory tonight. So when you're in this situation on the sideline, you know, the one or two times it happened in your career.
I wish.
Do you in your mind say, okay, we're not, first of all, what do you say to them physically? Do you tell them, hey, we're not going to win tonight? But what are you doing to, is the priority not being too embarrassed, or the priority just playing more solid? How do you physically, what are you saying on the inside, and what are you telling your team in this situation?
It's no different than if you're up 10, you're saying to yourself, every possession is critical. Let's get a good shot at the basket every time down and be as solid as we can on the defensive end. We're not going to, you never know what could happen here. They can make every shot that they take the rest of the game, and that's the thought.
Ray
just
with
a simple play like that, a shot fake that gives you a gap to drive in, come to a jump stop, create a foul, and the next time they do that, you know, maybe they foul you going to the rim, and you get to the foul line and you make shots that way.
So now
you put pressure on the D.
Now the Explorers don't have the Richmond Spiders anymore after this season. You become a big fan of them as Dees tries a three-pointer that will not go. The Explorers now drop to 8 for 27 from the arc.
But that's a case again where Dees, if he shot fakes that, he's probably going to open up opportunities for his teammates, and that's what you want to do at this point.
Caressi bails Wojcik out. He's trapped in the backcourt. Now Gilliard. So the baseline for Wojcik. Tries to wrap a pass around Dees, but he stepped out of bounds before he did so. 63-37. Richmond is pulled away, trailing minutes of the first half and not let up.
And by the way, Chris Mooney's coaching every play here.
Beatty's three will not go. Ray fighting for the rebound. He's scoreless, but he has 5 boards. Can't corral that one. Now Burton steps around Stone, and his soft runner is good.
Really nice move. Very, very nice move. Great Euro step move, and he's got a great future ahead of him.
65-37. Now Stone drives and has it break down by Gilliard. Turns it over. Turnover number 15 for the Explorers.
Gilliard, one of the leading stealers in the country, if not the leading stealer. He may be the leading stealer of all time.
Burton grabs there on a three-point attempt.
A great knack for the game.
Peary behind the back, but then he's stripped by Wojcik. Wojcik pulls up, toe on the line. Jumper won't go. Long rebound again. The Spiders get it back. They're out-rebounded the Explorers by 14 now. 40-26 in that column. Gilliard. 10 on the shot clock. Into the corner. Sherrod has nothing but room and time. And then a push off by Caressi on the rebound attempt with 5:11 to play. Kimbrough, Croswell, and Kenny in the lineup for Dees, Stone, and Peary. And Gilliard checks out for Francis.
Gilliard with 2 points for the night, but invaluable in everything that he did to lead his team.
5 assists, a rebound, 28 minutes. Probably the best number of all is the one that isn't a number. No turnover.
Yeah, and he didn't care whether or not he scored. He was happy with how his team played, and it was all about the team at this point. So it's a great way to be.
Kenny with a crossover into the paint, double pump, layup good. Sharif Kenny, the first player to double digits for the Explorers, 10 of them. Ray almost jumps a pass in the backcourt. Burton now crosses midcourt with under 5 to play. Caressi tries to feed Wojcik, but Kimbrough knocks it out of play. Talked about Ash Howard's team's fire. They will not mount a comeback tonight. There's a foul at the top of the key. Croswell denying Burton to make his cut. But after leaving Richmond that night, there was question whether the Explorers freshmen had hit the wall, where they were burned out or not. They came out the next night, and next time out had a very solid performance.
Long way still to go. Good play by Ray. Just needed to come up with that loose ball right there. So he was in the right position.
Getting their hands on the ball. Can't get the turnover. Now Francis kicks it to the corner. Burton for 3. Nothing but net.
Three-point basket scored by number 3.
One of those plays where the Explorers seemed like they were all over the place, but Richmond never lost poise.
No, they never lost their patience and their understanding of where their teammates were going to be.
Kenny to Ray. Ray charges. Burton took the charge underneath.
Burton's done just about everything the right way tonight, too, from blocking shots to Euro steps to taking charges to making an extra pass, stepping through a double team.
Ashley Howard just sits at the edge of his bench, his hands in his pockets, fuming. Collision in the backcourt between Ray and Burton. Christian Ray picks up his 4th foul, trying to wedge Wojcik closer to the sidelines.
Number 3, Christian Ray, is 4th personal foul. Team 7.
He fouled number 7, so the Spiders will go to the stripe for a 1-on-1.
Down the line for
Wojcik, 88% shooter, but the Spiders have now missed 4 of their last 5. 79% as a team. Wojcik makes the first.
But they're a pretty good foul shooting team for the year.
Spencer comes in for Ray.
Just looking to see what's ahead for Richmond. VCU. It'd be a big game on Saturday.
Absolutely.
Big game. And it's two great basketball teams in that city of Richmond.
Kenny loses the dribble briefly, but now gets it back in traffic. Caressi blocks the shot. Now Kenny steals it back, goes direct, draws the foul, can't get the roll. 3:56 to play. Sharif Kenny will be on VCU at Siegel Center right now. And so the Spiders will get that VCU team should they not come from behind and win that one. And then the Explorers work to catch up. George Mason's now much more difficult. 70-39.
The things that
3:56
me,
to
though,
play.
Ash bringing Kenny to the side, just talking to him, saying this is how we got to handle the rest of this game. And still coaching till the end and trying to make your team better. The reality is LaSalle has a chance in the Atlantic 10 tournament, and that's what you've got to be thinking about.
Kenny makes only 1 of 2, and then Burton with penetration attempt fouled on the way to the bucket. He'll have a 2-shot foul, and they're going to whistle that one on Sharif Kenny.
Sharif Kenny, his second personal foul.
Kenny carrying the load at the point guard with Allende Hakeem. No explanation for, but did not play tonight. He is suited up on the bench. Burton makes the first free throw, and you know, whatever that reason is that Hakeem's not playing, you know, Ashley Howard, you as a coach, I'm sure have been in this situation before. You know, the Explorers picked to finish 10th in the Atlantic 10 this year, and you know, if winning a game sends the wrong message to a kid, it's not worth it over the long haul.
Well, you also want to be thinking about how to take care of your teammates. You never want to let your teammates down and do the right thing all the time, and have no idea what the issue was, or but it's one of those things that you're building that culture, and Ash wants things done the right way, and I'm sure the young man will pay his dues tonight and be right back in there ready to go on Saturday.
And mind you, this is all speculation.
Yeah,
We've got no word on why Allende, but he's dressed, which would seem to suggest it's not an illness or injury. 3-pointer missed. 72-40. Richmond lead. Kenny will take a 3-pointer, drain it, his third make of the night.
Basket scored by number 4, Sharif Kenny.
Gustafson across midcourt to Caressi. Caressi to Burton. Under 3 to play. And if you're a LaSalle fan or Ashley Howard, clock that won't go fast enough. Caressi, a turnaround hook shot. Kimbrough.
And even at that point, just wall up, make it a difficult shot. Don't bail him out by putting him on the foul line.
Number 2,
Solomon Caressi to the stripe, where he is 6 for 8 on the season. Averaging just 2 points a game.
Great size and length, this young man.
And he misses 2. Foul on the rebound by Tyler Burton.
His second personal foul.
Team foul number 5. 72-43, Richmond all over this one. Drop step by Croswell, layup good. Croswell's been stuck on 8 points since the opening minutes of this game. Just got to 10 there.
Win as many possessions as you can. I'm sure that Richmond would be more patient now as the latter part of the game goes. They'll make their cuts to the rim, make the extra pass.
Caressi to Burton, guarded by Spencer. Kenny just a step behind and near steal. Now Gustafson in the corner with 8 on the shot clock. A drive and a kick. Burton pulls up mid-range jumper. That will not go. Croswell tips the rebound, but it goes back to the top for Gustafson.
Burton just made a great read on that as the ball was coming to him. He was reading the defense, and he saw where he could make some penetration by the defensive player by LaSalle. That's one thing you teach your guys all the time. Read the defense.
That's a great save by Gustafson, throwing it all the way back to midcourt. Well, the Explorers couldn't get the steal. Now a dive to the loose ball. Spencer will call the timeout with 1:48 to play.
Gustafson just got himself caught right there. Just chill about it. We got a long time to go yet. We still have the conference tournament. Let's do our best.
So Richmond, if things stay the way they are, and they're going to stay the way they are here in Philadelphia, but in Richmond, if George Mason hangs on to win that one, the Spiders would move up to the 4 seed passing VCU even before they play on Saturday. Beatty with a three-pointer that rims out. By the way, so a 13-point George Mason lead with 5 minutes to play in Richmond. That's an interesting development. Here it's 72-45. Hasn't been close since 24-21, and now Tyler Burton with a baseline dunk. If you're wondering, VCU won the first matchup between these two squads at Siegel Center. This matchup on Saturday with the Rams will take place at Robbins Center on Richmond's campus.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be a packed house and people going crazy. It'll be a great game to watch on Saturday afternoon.
1:08 to play, and now Chris Mooney unloads the bench. And
Gabe Arizin.
Yep, couple of interesting names in there. How about that? Jordan Gately.
Yes, indeed.
Gabe Arizin. Some Philly connections there. How about that?
Yes, indeed. Dutch Gately's brother. Big Dutch.
And Andrew LaFon checks in the lineup for the Explorers.
That's great.
If only a formality, the white flag is waved. Kenny steps back for three. That won't go. And the rebound pulled down by Arizin. Legendary name in Philadelphia college basketball.
Sure is. Paul Arizin was as good as it got. Great player, but a greater man.
Here's a turnover. Scott Spencer steps in front of it. Bounce pass to Kimbrough. Double pump. Layup good. 47. Spiders lead with 30 seconds left as Wojcik crosses midcourt. They'll have to take one shot. There's 7 seconds between game and shot clocks. Andrew LaFon getting his second game worth of action, but decidedly different look this time than when he was in the game against St. Joe's on Saturday. We do with a miss and then blocked shot out of bounds at 12.2 seconds to play. Shot clock now no longer an issue. Coolyu with that shot, his rebound off his own miss and blocked out of play. Wojcik 10 on the shot clock, game clock. Wojcik probably just dribbled it out. Christian Ray will do nothing more than make sure he doesn't drive on him. And roughest night of the season for the Explorers come at the expense of the Richmond Spiders, who they've now lost 3 in a row.